I'm very concerned for your boy, and I'm very concerned that there's something you're not telling me, because I'm going to find what happened.
This woman is the worst mother you have ever seen, 29-year-old Brittany Gosney. At this very moment, Brittany believes that she has perfectly covered up the murder of her own son, James Hutchinson, hiding him under this remote bridge leading to the Ohio River. But lie.
Did you hurt your baby? Now, do you know?
I love my kids. I would never.
After lie.
I'm telling you, it's in your best interest to tell me the entire truth, okay? Or you're going to be in a world of hurt.
Will make her realize that detectives know she is nothing but a cold-blooded killer.
You see, you're still only worried about one person, and you know who that is? That's you.
No, I have a memory problem. I've been trying to tell you guys
you're
that.
full of shit. You killed your and you don't give a rat's.
On the morning of February 28, 2021, a couple walked into the Middleton, Ohio Police Department to report a missing victim. 29-year-old Brittany Gosney told officers that her young son James had vanished from their home sometime in the early morning hours of that day. And besides her was her 42-year-old boyfriend James Hamilton. Yes, both her son and the boyfriend were named James. James Hutchinson was a red-haired boy who loved helping others, and who was known around school for hugging his teachers and someone who was always smiling. Usually, for somebody like that to disappear, their parents would be worried sick. However, Brittany had waited nearly 6 hours before strolling into the station lobby to file a report, which of course was odd. Within an hour, the family's home on Crawford Street was locked down by police, and the couple was headed for separate interrogation rooms. Because while Brittany and Hamilton had walked in with matching stories, detectives had a feeling that wouldn't be the case for long. Detective Hoover sits Brittany down and starts with the basics.
Alright, so, tell me what's going on. What happened? I'm Detective Hoover, okay? They called me and my partner out for anything to do with children, missing children, children that have been abused, whatever. That's what me and one other guy do here at the PD. Okay, so this is real important, this part, is you have to be 100% honest with me with everything, okay? Because we don't have this, we're missing a 6-year-old little boy, and we're trying to figure out where he's at. I got to make sure he's safe, okay? So, you know, your cooperation goes a long, long way, okay? But you have to be honest with me with everything, no matter what the circumstances are, okay? So, what happened? What time did you guys go to bed last night?
Well, the kids go to bed at 9.
Okay.
And we normally go to bed at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I knew, I told them all it was 9 o'clock, time for bed.
Mm-hmm.
So they all went upstairs to their rooms. And I went upstairs a little bit later to see if they were asleep.
Sure.
And they were all asleep. So then that's when I came down, waited a couple minutes just to see if they might have come downstairs or something, and then I went to bed.
Okay. What time did you get up this morning?
He woke me up at 8.
So he wakes you up at 8 and tells you what? Or do you wake up on your own at 8, or does he wake you up at 8?
Well, he woke me up, and because he went looking around. First, he said he had come in there several times before to try to wake me up. And he said I didn't respond to any time. So he just went outside and looked around, looked through all the rooms, the closets, and all that, and he couldn't find him anywhere. So then the next thing he thought to do was just go around a couple blocks. See if he might be close by.
Did he walk there, or did he drive there, or what did he do for that part?
He drove around.
Okay.
But he came back and woke me up, and he was like, you know James is calling? I was like, what? And I was like, no, I thought he was upstairs asleep. And I even woke up the brother and sister, maybe thinking they might have seen him about moving around or something, and they said they didn't hear nothing, they didn't see him.
So the baby's name is James Hutchinson? Okay. What's his date of birth?
6/30/14. He's a baby, so
Right.
I'm kind of worried about him.
Brittany mentions that she woke up to find James missing. This is a detail that was corroborated by Hamilton in his own interview.
11:15, probably I fell asleep all the way. I mean,
Okay. So, what's the next thing that you remember?
I got up around 4:45.
Okay.
Went to use the restroom.
Okay.
I used the restroom. I went upstairs.
Where is the bathroom? Is it downstairs or upstairs?
Downstairs.
Okay.
When I got done using the bathroom, I went upstairs to check on the kids like I do just about every time I
Sure.
get up in the middle of the night.
Sure.
And I went through the rooms, noticed the boy, James, was gone. I went down. I got to look in the front door. It was locked. I looked at the back side door. It's unlocked.
So both of them were locked.
No, it was unlocked.
Seems like two responsible parents who were just concerned about their kid, right? Well, that is until you look at how these two even got into a relationship in the first place. Brittany and her kids were homeless and taken in by Priscilla Hamilton, who was both Hamilton's wife of 17 years and the sister of Lewis Hutchinson, Brittany's ex and James's biological father. So Brittany was living under the roof of her ex's sister and started sleeping with that sister's husband. When Priscilla found out, she threw them out. So these two people, giving their stories about how concerned they were, are a whole load of baloney. And it'll only get worse. But before that, if you like watching killers like her realize they aren't the smartest in the room, subscribe. That's literally all we do here.
Has James ever been missing before?
He was missing once before.
How long ago was that?
I want to say it was the first of the month, but it could have been later than that. But I know it was sometime this month.
From that house?
Yes.
So he was missing once before from that house, and how long was he gone for?
I don't know when he was outside, but we found he found him at the you know how there's basement stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he found him at the bottom of the basement stairs. I don't know what he was doing, but...
Is there only one way to get into your basement?
Yeah.
That's from the outside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it a big door that you have to pull open, or what is it?
Well, you'd have to have a key to get in there, so...
He's probably locking it after that.
Yes. That's probably why he didn't try that route.
Right. So how long do you think he was gone then? That you just couldn't, a few minutes or an hour?
I honestly don't have a clue.
Okay. And where did you meet James at Hamilton?
At his ex-wife's house.
How'd that turn out?
Well, I was with somebody else at the time, and basically we were homeless.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known him for several years.
You've known James for 7 years?
Several.
Okay.
And I figured since we was homeless, call him up, see, hey, can we move in till we find something else, get situated or whatever. And he said, yeah, that's fine, we'll come get you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So he came to us, and we lived there for, I want to say, like 2 or 3 months or later, more. And then husband and wife had a big argument, and they had a big argument or whatever, and he found out she was cheating on him and a whole bunch of crazy nonsense. I didn't want to get involved. I was like, okay. So I try to stay out of their business.
Mm-hmm.
But
how long have you guys been romantically involved?
for almost a year.
For almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just moved in together for the first time? Or were you living
once they started arguing and all that, neither one of us had a place to live.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the hotel in Dayton.
Mm-hmm.
Because we was trying to find cheap hotels we can afford.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the cheapest one we could find. So we just went and got a motel until we was able to save up enough money to get our own place, and we were just now able to get our own place.
Okay. Now, did you guys live next door there for a while?
No, him and his ex-wife.
Lived there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys were staying in hotels here and there, and then finally got this place last month, or beginning of February. I got you. All right. You only have the 3 children?
Yes.
During difficult times like these, most people would look for work or try and make an effort to support their family. But you know what Brittany did? She turned to soliciting in her own son's name. She would post on Facebook, calling Hamilton her everything, listing her job as full-time mommy, and running online begging posts. In one, she reportedly asked for $900, saying she was a full-time stay-at-home mom of 3 on the brink of eviction, which raised a staggering $0. She then posted a second housing-based pitch, where she was able to leech off of a few innocent souls. And keep in mind that this was happening just days before James was killed, which has officers questioning a lot of her story. And by this point, they're ready to face her head-on about it.
All right. So I've been a policeman for 27 years. I've been assigned to detectives about 10 years. I've interviewed a lot of people, hundreds and hundreds of people over my career.
I was just
I'm not
watching
going to
on the
stop.
news for like last month of them trying to look for this little boy.
Well, I'll find him. Okay. I'm really good at my job, so I'm going to find your boy. Okay. And my partner's really good at his job, so that's what we do. We won't leave here until we find this boy. I need you to be, if you think of anything you need to talk to me about, and I need you to make sure you tell me, okay? If you're protecting yourself because maybe something went awry and the boy's hurt, then I need to know that kind of stuff. If you're protecting James, your boyfriend, from something he may have done accidentally, then I need to know that. I'm going to ask you to take a polygraph exam. Do you know what that is? It's a lie detector test. Okay. My job is I'm going to go talk to James here in a few minutes, and I'm sure he's going to tell me a little bit different story. Okay. Because that's what I get. That's what I find when people aren't telling me the whole truth about everything. You can help yourself out tremendously if you know anything about anything that happened, because if I prove otherwise, that you didn't tell me the whole truth, then that doesn't look good for you. Okay, that's not going to be good. If you're forthcoming with me now, I can deal with whatever happens. I can deal with whatever, and we can go through that together. Okay, but I need you to be honest with me about everything, because I'm going to find what happened. I'm good at my job, and I'm going to find what happened to this little boy. So is there anything else before I walk out of here? This is your opportunity to be 100% straight with me. I suspect James, or I got mad at the boy last night and I spanked him and he took off out the door, or just anything weird is fine to tell me. You're not going to tell me anything that's going to surprise me. Okay?
No. I mean.
Did you hurt?
Yeah.
Now, do you know?
I love my kids. I would never.
Okay. Do you know who hurt you?
No.
Do you know your whereabouts right now? Okay. Do you suspect James is doing anything to you?
No.
Okay. You're 100% sure on that one?
Yeah, he loves him like the river do.
Okay. All right. Just hang tight. You want something to drink?
No, I need to use the bathroom.
I've
been able to use the bathroom.
You can do that. I'll let you do that. You want water, Coke, or Mountain Dew, anything to drink? Because I'm thirsty. That's why I'm asking.
I'm more worried about trying to find my babies.
Okay. All right, then hang tight for a few more minutes, okay? I got a polygraph guy coming in, okay? And he's going to ask you the same questions pretty much that I asked you.
Okay.
If you know the whereabouts of your baby, or if you know what happened to James, okay? Before you go through that process, again, I'm going to ask one more time. Is there anything you need to tell me before I walk out of this room? Because I feel like there is. I feel like there's something you're holding back from me.
No, like I can't remember exactly what time he woke me up.
No, I'm not worried about that. I understand that.
Or what time he was up, or what time.
Well, I'm a little confused that the baby's been missing since 4:30ish, we'll say. Okay? And we don't get the call till after 10 a.m. That's peculiar to me. You understand why? Do you see that?
Because it's a lot of hours.
And you know what's worse than a lot of hours being unaccounted for? A lot of brain cells being unaccounted for. Because at this point, Brittany doesn't realize that she wasn't alone in that home. Her two other young ones, Rachel and Lucas, were also living there and were already speaking to detectives on their own. We'll keep the details light out of respect for them, but the picture they painted of that household was a grim one. Punishments that went far beyond standing in a corner, handed out for the smallest things. Rachel put part of it plainly. Sometimes Big James just didn't get along with Little James. As detectives echo these statements back to Brittany, it's clear she doesn't have a speck of guilt in her heart.
The kid said something about, you guys, what'd you have for dinner last night?
They had pizza rolls and chips.
The kids did? Saying, I was trying to figure out what they're talking about. What the kids are talking about.
I have no idea.
And to drive that in even more, you can hear Rachel and Lucas giving their statements to detectives in the background.
Okay. Kids are here.
Oh.
That's what you're hearing.
They're probably worried about, where's my mom? Where's my mom?
Yeah, they're actually your neighbor come over.
Rick.
Nice guy. Super nice. I think he's a nice guy. I don't know him like you do, but...
Well, I don't really know him either. He's known him longer than me. I just met him when we moved in there.
So, you said something about James does work, like doing electrical work for houses?
Yes.
Like rentals, I would assume?
Yes.
Alright.
Like he gets them ready.
Who does he work for?
Taylor. It's the only thing I know his name is Taylor.
And what's Taylor just giving the keys of these? Are they all vacant, I would assume?
I'm not
Do they
sure.
go clean them out? What do they do? Do you know?
I know when they put people out and they get evicted and they sit people's stuff out, I don't know if they sit it out, put it in the dumpster. I don't know what they do. I've never been with them on a job or any of that, so.
Okay.
I really don't know much.
Does he have like keys to the house? James, does he have keys to the houses and stuff? I guess that he works for. Did he ever come in with a bunch? You would know. Does he come with a bunch of keys or?
He always had the same key that he's had.
But nothing like extra keys that you
No.
heard of. Got it.
I know James does like being mean to them, so.
Like
hitting them, taking their toy away.
all little James.
Yes, not that.
I got you.
How about I just say my son?
Yeah, that'll work. All right.
If a detective abruptly leaves you like this, you better know you're cooked. Often, detectives take breaks like this to organize what they've gathered. Every version of events gets stacked against the physical evidence, and against everyone else's version, and every mismatch becomes ammunition for the next round of questions. In this case, they have a timeline of events and feelings from Brittany, and they have one from Hamilton too. So after comparing both and talking to him once more, they come back to talk to Brittany, all in the hopes of finding out where James is and what happened to him.
So James is telling a little different story. All right, so this is what I need to know. In the middle of the night last night, okay, you went upstairs and you picked James up out of his room and you went downstairs where your boyfriend was at. Tell me, and I'm not going to go into everything James has told me, okay, because I'm still looking for you to be honest with me, okay? Tell me about that. Tell me what happened after you picked him up out of the room and went downstairs. James is pushing this off on you, okay? I'm going to be real upfront with you about this at this point, okay? So you need to be very smart, and honesty goes a long, long way with me, and if there's any criminal charges in the future, honesty goes a long way, okay? I'm getting a story that is totally different than what you've told me, and I don't know why James is telling me that, but that's what he's telling me. Okay, that's part of what he's telling me. Okay, he's wanting more detail than that. Okay, but I'm not going to share that with you. I need to know what happened last night with your boy, your 6-year-old. Or early this morning. in the middle of the night, whatever.
I know he said that he had a nightmare.
If you're wondering what Hamilton told detectives, it was essentially this. According to him, Brittany had killed James during what was supposed to be a scare tactic the two had pulled before. He claimed they would drive James, Rachel, and Lucas out to a park, drop them off, and circle back a few minutes later to frighten them into behaving. But this time around, after James was left in the park, he grabbed onto the van's handle as Brittany drove away, which resulted in his death. Afterwards, Hamilton claims his role was only to help dispose of James under a bridge, so how is she going to lie her way out of this now?
I talk to parents every day. They do stuff that I understand. Okay, you had a moment of fury. I've been furious with my children before.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
Same as me.
Okay, and now mine are adults, 2 married, 1 engaged, but they're adults now. But there was many times that I lost my temper with them severely. Okay, and stuff that I regret doing. Okay, we all have regrets. There ain't nobody in this building that doesn't have regrets and stuff that they made mistakes. There's nobody perfect here, but I need you to tell me what's going on with your boy and tell me what happened truthfully. Okay? So you just took a drink of your pop. Tell me what's going on.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my
You're good.
anxiety to calm down.
Just take a deep breath and just tell me what happened.
Okay. Okay, the kids wasn't listening. Well, you know, kids don't listen. You've probably been there a lot. Well, kids wasn't listening. I try my best. I don't like yelling and screaming at my kids. Because I feel like if you're yelling and screaming at them, they don't want to listen.
Okay.
They're more scared of you yelling and screaming at them than wanting to listen to what you're trying to tell them.
Right.
But anyways, we took the kids. I'm sure you did too. But we take kids as like the toys, take them away, put them up until they start coming back to being behaved. But
we can get into all this, but okay. Tell me what happened.
James told me to get rid of the kids.
Okay.
And so I took them for a drive to make them think I want to get rid of them, but I'm not going to get rid of my kids for anybody on this planet. And he told me to get rid of them because they were not listening. He was tired of putting up with it.
So what happened last night? Let's fast forward to that.
We went for a drive. I don't know what road it was.
Okay.
We were just driving around. Well, the kids were going to the bathroom. I had pulled over to this, a little booth.
In Middletown?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little stall or something. A bathroom. I pulled over to the bathroom and let them all use the bathroom. Well, it was raining and stuff. I left the door unlocked in the van and told them, we'll all go in here. Not all of us at once, but each one of us go in here one at a time, use the bathroom. So we went in the bathroom. Well, I couldn't go in there. But when I went to go in the bathroom, I told them, go ahead and just get in the van. Well, James had slipped and fell. Because his shoes were wet, slippery, and he had. And
did it kill him? Did it kill him? Did the fall hurt him?
Well, I asked him if he was okay. He wasn't answering me.
Surveillance footage had caught her van leaving around 3 a.m., taking the kids to the park and returning at 4:53 a.m., with Brittany carrying a James inside. But the problem was, the story didn't add up. If he had simply fallen, why not call for help to try and save his life? Why bring him back to the house? and then report him missing the next day. It's obvious she's still only telling a partial truth, and with James still unaccounted for, these detectives can't risk anything.
Did James do anything with him? Your boyfriend? I mean, it doesn't make sense just to lay him right there on the ground. So
Well, I left him laying in there on the ground because
Yeah.
I was going to call the ambulance, but I was scared, shook up, didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So
now we need to figure out where this is at.
well, the little boy was laying on the ground. I went to the bathroom, told him to try real quick, because I couldn't hold myself.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, you try real quick to give him CPR.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to the bathroom, I came out, he was gone.
All right. So, James has told me that I'll talk to Brittany, okay, that you guys went together to do that this morning, okay? Is it the Ohio River? Is that what we're talking about, or where?
It's between Indiana and Kentucky.
Between Indiana and Kentucky?
I don't really know my ways about.
Okay. Was Captain anything? Or did you just have clothes on him, or what?
He had clothes on.
Okay.
Do you know what he was wearing?
His red jacket, it's like a camo red jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Black and white shoes.
Reds? Cincinnati Reds?
No, it's just like a plain camo red jacket.
Okay.
Brown, the brown school pants.
Oh, yeah, tan khakis.
Yes, a pair of those, and it was a black and white shirt. I don't remember what was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long sleeve. I don't remember what it was. I can't remember exactly what was on the shirt. I just know that's what he had on.
Sure. He had his glasses on? Or did you have his glasses? Where are those?
No, but he has his glasses.
So whenever he went in the water, he had his glasses?
He wears them every day.
Okay.
He's blind.
And you made sure he had them on whenever he...
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, James tells us a little bit more detail, okay, so I'm going to get into some of that with you now, okay? And you're starting to come around with honesty, and I need that. That's what's going to help you, okay, and help us find him. So one of the differences is James says that he wasn't with you up at the park when all this happened. Is that true or not?
I don't know if it was a park. It was an empty parking lot.
Is it an empty parking lot?
Was it near any water, near a lake?
There was water here. I don't know what it was.
See any boat docks, any boats in the water?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
And then there's like woods off to it.
If I pulled it up on a map, would you be able to look at it or no? Was there
I'm trying to remember the park. Something Run.
Rush Run?
Yeah.
Was it Rush Run?
Yeah.
And you were near the water?
Yeah, it said it was Rush Run Park, but I seen water, so it had to been a lake, or I don't know what it was.
Now, James goes into a little bit more detail what happened to him, what happened to your son. Okay. First off, was James with you when all this happened? Your boyfriend? He was not.
The three kids.
The three kids and you?
Yeah, he told me to go somewhere.
To do what?
To get rid of kids.
To get rid of the kids.
Out of respect for the victim, we will not be showing the details that Brittany goes on to give about how she got rid of James. What you do need to know, however, is that she doesn't fully admit to the murder. Rather, she insists that what happened was a fall as he grabbed onto the door handle while she pulled away from the park, and only admits to hiding the body. Which leaves detectives wondering, was this really an accident? After all, according to Hamilton, Brittany had been giggling after the ordeal. Unfortunately, they wouldn't get to answer that question, as Brittany's interview comes to an end. Fortunately, just a few days later, on March 2nd, Brittany decides that it's time to speak to officers once more from jail, as she has questions about her charges. What she doesn't know is that this will turn out to be one of the biggest mistakes she makes.
Have you talked to your attorney about any of this?
He told me I couldn't tell him anything. So,
That you can't tell him anything?
yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just I don't understand nothing about the law, nothing.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not a lawyer. You know, I can tell you, I can explain the best I can. Okay, so what's going on?
Like the charges, I don't understand.
Okay.
What each one means or
Okay.
none of that.
Let's go through charge by charge, okay? The first charge was murder, okay? We're going out tonight in a few minutes. Actually, they're over there now doing it. I'm heading over there as soon as I put you away. We're gonna check for blood on your car and underneath your car. When you run over somebody, that'll show up. It's called Blue Star Luminant. They use this light and all this other crap to look for it.
Basically, like, you turn out the lights and everything's like lit up blue, or whatever.
After they've used a certain chemical.
I've seen it
Is what they're gonna do.
some of the homework.
Right. Well, that's what we're gonna go do tonight. We're waiting for dark, a little bit darker.
Oh, I was like, who in the world?
Yeah, we're only two here, so. I suspect once we, understand that a murder charge is a murder charge. Okay, meaning that it doesn't
Well, I
matter.
don't even know exactly what murder even means, so.
Okay, you killed somebody. That's what murder means. Okay, you killed your son. So
Cause the death of another.
Keep in mind, in the days leading up to that night, Hamilton had hired Rachel, James, and Lucas in the upstairs bedroom. What happened from that point onwards, we'll let Brittany carry on.
Okay, so they changed their clothes. And then all four of you come down steps. Is that right? Am I thinking?
Three of us came down, and then went up there to try to help James downstairs. And that's when Joel said,
Who's Joel?
that's his nickname.
Okay.
He told me to make them stay upstairs. So they literally got halfway down upstairs, and I had to go tell them to go back upstairs.
So they never went downstairs at all?
The two did.
The two did.
Got downstairs.
Okay.
And then he told me to make them go back upstairs.
Okay.
So if whoever was downstairs, to make them go upstairs, and to let the other one know if they come downstairs, he was them again.
So they turn around and go back up the steps?
Yes.
Okay. At some point, what do? You put them to bed or what?
I told him to go to bed upstairs.
So they went on to bed?
Yes, because he wouldn't let them come downstairs where they had been sleeping at because of the new environment.
Okay, so they're in the bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Where are both boys? In the same bedroom?
The front bedroom.
The one straight ahead?
Yes.
Okay, so both boys are in that, and you're
Off to the side right
off
there.
to the side. Okay, so that night, so you come back downstairs after the kids are in bed?
Yes.
Okay, you're downstairs with James, and what's the conversation?
He told me,
Specifically what the conversation was, no bullshit.
I'm not bullshitting. He told me to make sure them kids stay upstairs, and I need to get off my lazy and do something with these children.
Okay. What else?
And I told him I didn't want to do anything with them children. I just want to go to bed.
Right. And what
Because
else?
it was so late.
And what else?
And he just kept nagging on about getting the kids. So I yelled for the kids to come downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a good minute. They were standing back in the corner because he wouldn't let them sit down.
What does that mean? Tell me about that. Once they come downstairs?
Yeah, he wouldn't let them sit down ever.
Okay. How did James get downstairs?
Helped them downstairs.
Up and downstairs at that time?
Yes.
Okay. So now all three children are downstairs, and what happens after you called them down?
Told him, come downstairs. He wanted me to get rid of you guys. What I should have done was make him do it.
Not what you should have done. So he says that. You tell the kids he wants me to get rid of you guys.
Yeah, exactly what I told him.
And then what?
It took me like 10 minutes to make sure they were all downstairs from getting changed and whatever they had to do upstairs.
Mm-hmm. James tells you to what? Use his van or no? Does he want you
He
to
told
use?
me to use whatever.
He didn't care what you used.
Nope.
All right. He didn't give you any specific guidelines on how to get rid of the kids. He didn't tell you any directions at all how to get rid of the kids.
He just told me the best place was restaurant.
Okay, he didn't give you any how I'm supposed to get rid of the
No.
kids? Okay, so now you're up at restaurant, okay, just you and the 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
Now what happens?
I told the kids to get out,
Okay,
and then that's when James didn't want to get out, or he didn't even answer me.
so the 2 kids get out,
Yes,
okay,
James would not answer me for nothing.
okay,
And I was back there kind of like shaking his arm, trying to get him to talk to me, and he wouldn't say anything.
okay,
Well, I had picked him up and set him outside of the door
mm-hmm,
before I even took off anything. I had told him to go to the bathroom and to take James with him.
mm-hmm,
Well, James was leaning up, pulling on the door, and then he just sat there and was trying to get him up to get him to the bathroom.
Trying to get him up, what do you mean?
He was sitting on the ground
How was he reaching the door handles sitting
on
on the
his
ground?
knees.
so about 5 minutes later, you drive off,
Yes.
okay, and you said you're gone for how long?
I didn't drive off all the way. I heard the children, remember?
Yeah,
I heard the 2 kids screaming, and I didn't get that far because I heard them screaming because I stopped
mm-hmm,
and was just looking around. And then after they stopped screaming for a minute, I went on.
okay,
This plan of taking them out to the park played out in the early morning hours of February 26th. That late in the winter, overnight temperatures in Middleton, Ohio sit in the low 20s, and that night it was below freezing, meaning this idea was as stupid as these 2 are.
Had James instructed you to take them out there and leave them?
You're talking about Big James?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to call him Jaws because that's stupid. I'm going to call him Big James.
Okay.
Big James.
I prefer you do it that way so I'm not getting...
There you, and that's good because I've gotten confused actually going through my notes. Big James and you decided they were interrupting your all's relationship. And
He said they wasn't listening, so I need to get rid of them because I wasn't disciplining them.
okay, they were causing a problem between you and Big James.
Yes.
I'm going to say the decision was made. I'm not going to point fingers. The decision was made that they need to exit your all's life relationship.
Yes, and that was him.
Okay. Do you not hear yourself when you're talking? Or is just you're so full of shit you can't remember what lie you told? Would this be easier if I got a pen and paper and let you write down what you're telling me so you can remember the lies you're telling? You see, you're still only worried about one person, I guess that's 2, one person on the planet. And you know who that is? That's you.
No, I have a memory problem. I've been trying to tell you guys
you're
that.
full of shit. We've already talked
Can
to
I
your
have
doctor.
a paper so I can maybe...
You want to write down your lies? You want to write down a good journal? You're full of shit. And you
No, I
don't give a
did.
rat's ass.
Yes, I do.
Ultimately, Brittany Gosney pleaded guilty to murder and 2 counts of endangering. On September 13th, 2021, she was sentenced to 21 years to life in prison. James Hamilton pled guilty to kidnapping, gross abuse, and 2 counts of endangerment, and received a maximum sentence of 19 years behind bars. Despite months of searches by dive teams across 3 states, James's body has never been recovered from the Ohio River. We hope you enjoyed today's video. 85% of our viewers aren't subscribed, so if this is the kind of content you come back for, just hit subscribe. It's the single biggest thing you can do to support the channel. If you want to keep watching more, check out one of the most intense cases we've ever covered right here, or catch up on our latest upload right here.